What we need is not more medication, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge. This is Exposé coming to you live from Lagos, Nigeria, every Monday on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously. I'm your regular host, Tony Akinyemi. Don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education, because the best prescription is knowledge.
In a world swelling with chaos, where the ground seems to shift beneath our feet, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. But amidst the turmoil, there's a beacon of strength, a path to a brighter tomorrow. This year, the 5F conference is back, bigger and better. Join us from Friday, October 4 to Sunday, October 6 for 3 days of transformative power. Experience inspiring sessions with renowned speakers like Reverend Tony Akinyemi, Reverend Hakeem Ogunira, Sawole Abayomi, and Reverend Bayo Asolo. Don't miss out on this life-changing event. Register now at 5fconference.tsfchurch.com and be part of something extraordinary.
Hello and welcome to Exposé with Tony Akinyemi today. I'm your regular host. Tony Akinyemi is my name, and this program is brought to you courtesy of TSF, the Shepherd's Flock International Church. We're talking your food and your health. And we've started looking at many food items, beginning with cucumber, to carrots, to many others. Last week, we spoke on flax seeds, otherwise known as linseed in the UK. And that was the only seed that we were able to talk about. I also mentioned the fact that some companies have built their products around seed nutrition. And those products are fantastic and wonderful. I encourage you to try them out. You know, Rain Soul, Rain Blend, or Rain Bend rather, Rain Core, Rain Soul Red, and so on and so forth. All right, today we'll be talking about yet another seed. And last week, I promised you it would be a controversial one. Have you fastened your seatbelt? And then probably wear your helmet. Because I'm going to drop a bombshell. Okay, we're going to be talking about hemp seeds today. Hemp, H-E-M-P, H-E-M-P, hemp seeds. I mean, many of you are already thinking Indian hemp or marijuana. Now, calm down. You're going to learn a lot about hemp seeds today as a food source or a source of great nutrients for improved health. Hemp seed. Yes, I'm still a pastor. I'm talking about hemp seed. Now, hemp seed is one of the most nutritious food sources on the planet. Believe me, trust me. It's one of the most nutritious food sources on planet Earth, right? Now, for decades, the efforts of researchers to tell the world about the health benefits of hemp seed, have been severely restricted by government policies, government officials, and special interest groups, who usually confuse hemp with marijuana. Okay? Now, while it is true that marijuana and hemp are both classified as cannabis sativa, that's the botanical name, cannabis sativa, the hemp plant does not contain the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana, okay, which is known as THC. THC is tetrahydrocannabidiol. Tetrahydrocannabidiol, THC. That is the psychoactive substance in marijuana. That thing where they turn their head. Now, hemp seed does not contain THC, okay? And therefore, it cannot and I repeat, it cannot be classified as a psychoactive drug. Anyone who does that does not know his right from his left. Now, hemp seed is a complete protein source, and it contains a higher percentage of essential fatty acids than nearly most other seeds that you can find around. Very high percentage of essential fatty acid, particularly omega-3, and then contains high amounts of proteins as well. Now, most people obtain their dietary protein by consuming fatty meats and chemical-laden fish, mercury-laden fish. Am I saying you don't eat fish? No, I haven't said so. All I'm telling you is that very large fish, particularly those ones that don't have scales, if they live in waters polluted with mercury and other chemicals like that, they concentrate this mercury and metals in their body. So big fish are usually loaded with mercury. That's why I call them mercury-laden fish. Most people prefer to eat those things as their source of protein. But hemp seed, on the other hand, contains the highest amount of a particular type of protein that is known as edestin. E-D-E-S-T-I-N, edestin. It's a plant protein that is constructed entirely of amino acids, all right? And it can be used by the body to build important antibodies, to build enzymes, to build hormones, to synthesize, various things in the body, including hemoglobin cells in the blood, as well as our blood clotting agents. These are fantastic things to be found in the hemp seed. Now, hemp seed also contains so many vital nutrients such as gamma globulins, okay? Now, it is these important antibodies, gamma globulins, that are our first defense against infection and disease, all right? Hemp is one of the world's best source of globulin building materials, the building blocks that your body needs to build its own gamma globulins. They are found in hemp seed. So hemp seed, therefore, can help to bolster your immunity, your immune system, strengthen your immunity against infectious diseases, against chronic degenerative diseases such as cancer, for example. Now, hemp seed, like I said, also contains essential fatty acids like omega-3 oil, just like we found last week in flax seed. Now, hemp seed is one of the few plant foods on earth that actually contains the ideal ratio of the essential fatty acids omega-3 and omega-6. Now, the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 that we should be consuming in our diets should be ratio 3:1 or maximum or thereabout 4:1. In other words, 3 parts of omega-3 to 1 part of omega-6, or 4 parts of omega-3 to 1 part of omega-6. That's the ideal ratio that is healthful, that is health-giving when you consume essential fatty acids. Now, because omega-3 oils are anti-inflammatory, they reduce inflammation in the body, whereas omega-6 oil is pro-inflammation. It promotes inflammation in the body. Okay? Not that we cannot consume omega-6 at all, but the amount of omega-6 that we should be consuming should be far less than we are consuming, and the amount of omega-3 oils that we are consuming should be far higher than we are consuming. That's how to modulate inflammation in our body. All right. You find omega-6 in some seed oils, like what you find in corn oil, all right? And then even in some fish, there's a high amount of omega-6. Tilapia, for example, has a very high amount of omega-6 oil, which is pro-inflammation. And that's one of the reasons I counsel against eating tilapia, even though it has scales. It's a scaly fish, and some people just generally say, oh, any scaly fish is healthy. Yeah, that's on a general note with a few exceptions. And tilapia is an exception to that because of the high amount of omega-6 oil in its body, apart from, as opposed to omega-3. You want to eat fish or seeds that are high in omega-3, not in omega-6. So now, the amount of omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, the ideal ratio is ratio 3:1 or 4:1. And hemp seed contains that ideal ratio. High level of omega-3, very low level of omega-6. All right. Now, the recommendation that I just gave you, ratio 3:1, 4:1, it falls within the recommended ratio by the WHO, the World Health Organization. That is the recommendation that the WHO makes. All right. Now, essential fatty acids are powerful antioxidants. Our North American friends will call it antioxidant. Very powerful antioxidants. And these antioxidants will protect our skin, will protect our cells, and essentially every cell in the body from free radical damage. They are also great as our immune system booster. Hemp seed. Okay. Now, hemp seed also contains another element. It's called GLA. GLA. That is gamma-linoleic acid. Gamma-linoleic acid. Now, GLA is an essential nutrient needed to fight inflammation as well in the body. And it also helps in balancing our body hormones. Now, GLA is difficult to obtain from other food sources, but is abundant in hemp seed. Hemp seed also contains minerals, wonderful minerals. Now, the hemp plant possesses, a root system that is able to suck up all kinds of, minerals from the soil. The ability to absorb a considerable amount of these minerals, such as phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, sulfur, calcium, manganese, even iron, as well as zinc, then sodium, including even silicon for your nails and for your hair, all right? Then copper and platinum, boron, nickel, germanium, tin, even iodine, chromium, which is good, by the way, for your, chromium is very good for your pancreas in making insulin, all right? And then it's also good for maintaining pressure in the eyes. So it's good for glaucoma, all right? Chromium, very wonderful there. So chromium deficiency can lead to diabetes. Chromium deficiency can lead to glaucoma, too much pressure in the eyes. And hemp seed, furnishes our body with a lot of chromium. It has lithium, it has silver, all of these in colloidal form, in usable form, all right, in the human body. Now, hemp seed is also, like I mentioned earlier, high in amino acids, proteins, okay? It contains actually, it is said to contain about 18 different amino acids, including several amino acids that the body uses in detoxification, all right? They are called detoxifying amino acids. Things like cysteine, that is cysteine, cysteine, and methionine. Methionine can also be used by the body to form a lot of super antioxidants, such as SAMe, S-adenosyl methionine, which is one of the super antioxidants that the body makes, the twin brother of glutathione. And the liver uses these in detoxification, in removing toxic substances from the body. And it helps the liver, to get rid of these potentially dangerous toxins. Now, you can begin to appreciate the important benefits, health benefits, nutritional benefits of hemp seeds. It does not contain THC, tetrahydrocannabidiol, which is the psychoactive substance in marijuana that those who indulge in marijuana can actually create, some mental health problems for themselves because of THC, okay? Hemp seed does not contain it. Hemp seed is food, nutritious food, highly nutritious food, okay? And so I'm going to go on a short break, and when we come back, I will review what I have said over and over again, and then I will cap it up, and then we're going to close it for today. This is Exposé with Tony Akinyemi, brought to you by TSF. And don't forget, what we need is not more medication, but more education. For the best prescription is knowledge. Don't go away. I'll be back shortly.
In a world swelling with chaos, where the ground seems to shift beneath our feet, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. But amidst the turmoil, there's a beacon of strength, a path to a brighter tomorrow. This year, the 5F Conference is back, bigger and better. Join us from Friday, October 4 to Sunday, October 6 for 3 days of transformative power. Experience inspiring sessions with renowned speakers like Reverend Tony Akinyemi, Reverend Hakeem Ogunira, Pastor Wale Abayomi, and Reverend Bayo Asolo. Don't miss out on this life-changing event. Register now at 5fconference.tsfchurch.com and be part of something extraordinary.
Welcome back. This is still Exposé with Tony Akinyemi, brought to you every Monday evening, 8 p.m. West African time, both on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm your regular host. My name is still Tony Akinyemi. I'm the lead pastor of the Shepherd's Flock International Church, THC. I'm the president of Rafa Institute of Healthy Living, and I'm also your host regularly on Exposé. And I'm talking to you about your food and your health. And what I'm doing during this season is to highlight certain important foods available to us on the planet that God has made available graciously in nature, and so that we can begin to appreciate the value or the values of these various foods: cucumber, carrots, beetroots, cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, like cauliflower, like broccoli, like Brussels sprouts, like kale, like turnip, all of these wonderful vegetable foods that God has brought our way. And then we started talking about seeds. And last week we talked about the flax seed or the lean seed. And today we're talking about hemp seeds. And I want to cap up what I have said so far. The reason I want to repeat myself now is because many people, I believe, are still shocked. They are saying, you mean even hemp is good for us? I am not saying Indian hemp is good for you. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that the seed, hemp seed, is nutritious food. It's one of the most nutritious food sources on the planet. Now, scientists have tried as hard as they could to promote the health benefits of hemp seed. But because of the stigma that is on marijuana or Indian hemp, anytime you mention people run. They don't want to hear it. But I'm saying to you on authority, and trust me, I am a nutritional consultant, and I am an authority on this particular one. I can tell you for free, okay? I won't send you an invoice, I promise you. This is free information for your benefit, that hemp seed is one of the most nutritious food sources on the planet. And as a matter of fact, if the whole world will accept and appreciate the value of hemp seed, because of the ease of growing it, it can become one of the richest sources to solve the food crisis, food shortage problems, particularly protein deficiency all over the world. All right, so we need to begin to understand these facts. Hemp seed does not contain THC, I repeat, tetrahydrocannabinol. It does not contain it. So it is not a psychoactive food or drug. Hemp seed is a complete protein source. It contains a high percentage of essential fatty acid than almost all other seeds. It also gives you very clean, rich source of complete protein, okay? 18 different amino acids present in hemp seed, particularly one that is called edestine, which is a plant protein, and is constructed entirely of amino acids that can be used by the body to build and synthesize most of the important hormones in our bodies, like our hemoglobin, as well as our enzymes, our antibodies, including blood clotting agents in the body. So consuming hemp seed is a very good practice. I also mentioned before we went on that break that hemp seed helps your body to build gamma globulins, important antibodies, which your body uses as a first defense against infection and against disease. Hemp is one of the world's best source of globulin building materials that your body uses to strengthen its immune defense. All right, essential fatty acids, are also present in hemp seed. It also has GLA, which is gamma linoleic acid, which is needed by the body to fight inflammation. It's an anti-inflammatory agent. Hemp seed also contains rich sources of minerals and trace minerals, okay? Things like calcium, like silicon, like sodium, like manganese, like zinc, like iron, like sulfur, like potassium, like copper, like boron, like iodine, chromium. All of these things are present in hemp seed. When you consume hemp seed, either as hemp protein, they have the powder that you can buy and just take 1 tablespoonful or 2 tablespoonful and mix it into your smoothie in the morning. Hemp protein powder, very rich source of protein, all right? And these proteins, your liver can use them to form detoxing amino acids such as methionine, such as cysteine, okay? Now we have N-acetylcysteine, which is known as NAC, NAC, all right? And the liver uses all of these as detoxing agents to remove potentially dangerous toxins from your body. Now, many people believe that the ease with which the hemp plant can be grown throughout the globe, as well as its nutritional density, could actually turn out, to make hemp seed single-handedly supply the entire protein need of planet Earth. I mean, that's how rich hemp seed can be. That hemp seed alone is capable of supplying the entire protein need of humanity on planet Earth if we decide to cultivate it all over the place. If all kinds of barriers and hindrances and embargoes that are placed by government policies and government agencies are taken out of the way, if they can separate between hemp seed cultivation and marijuana cultivation, all right? Hemp seed can become just like the same way we cultivate flax seed, we cultivate different other seeds, we can also cultivate hemp seed as a source of food, a source of protein, and make it available for everybody. Highly digestible protein, highly rich, complete protein, and that can solve a number of problems here and there. Now, various hemp products are available out there in the market, but among them, hemp protein powder is perhaps the most important, all right, especially among those who are protein deficient or those who require high amounts of protein for bodybuilding or other health pursuits, all right. Hemp seed is also available in whole seed form, and then they also do cold-pressed hemp seed oil, which is rich in omega-3. So when we talk about omega-3 oil, we're talking about flaxseed oil, hemp seed oil, we're talking about krill oil, we're talking about fish oil, we're talking about cod liver oil. All of these are different types of omega-3 oils. And hemp seed is one of those sources of highly qualitative omega-3 oil, particularly the cold-pressed oil from hemp seed. Now, these days you also find hemp seed butter out there, just like you have a sunflower seed butter. You also have hemp seed butter out there that can be used, as a spread on your bread or whatever, okay? And you also find hemp seed in a variety of products now, these days, such as ice cream, such as chocolate bars, protein bars, salad dressings, even bread. They use hemp seed now as part of the ingredients to bake multigrain, multi-seed bread. And all of these things provide us all the rich benefits that hemp seed provides. So, seed nutrition is an important part of how food, particularly food that God has given to us, can be used to our own advantage for all the benefits that we have highlighted at the beginning of this season. We said food can serve prophylactic purposes, disease prevention purposes. Food can serve therapeutic purposes for disease reversal purposes. Food can serve geriatric purposes. Now, it can help us to age gracefully without aging rapidly, okay? Making us look younger than our age, giving us the kind of skin texture, smoothness, glowing skin that we want, strong nails, all right? Very full and strong hair that is not breaking, sharp vision for us to see well, strong teeth, strong bone, all right? Food can afford us all of these benefits. Food can also offer us cosmetic benefits, sculpting a good shape for us, figure 8 for women in particular. I know women would like that, the cosmetic benefit of food. And you see, all the food items that we have been mentioning, each one of them will offer you one or the other or a combination of these benefits. And seeds in particular are rich in all of these essential nutrients, phytochemicals that are needed for achieving these many benefits, all right? So I encourage you from today to start incorporating flax seeds into your diet, as well as hemp seed. Now, I'll give you a bonus before I go today, and that is chia seeds or chia seeds, depending on which part of the world you come from. CHIA. That's another wonderful seed that is also very rich in nutrients. It particularly contains a substance that is useful for lowering creatinine in the body for those who have kidney impairment. So I regularly recommend chia seeds to the kidney patients that I'm working with. And I've seen fantastic results with many of them. I just encourage them to take 2 tablespoonfuls of chia seeds and blend it dry, then mix it into your smoothie every single day. It contains salvatrol, one of those substances that helps to reduce creatinine level. Normally, when people have kidney impairment, their urea level will go up, their creatinine level will go up, their EGFR will go down. That's estimated glomerular filtration rate. EGFR will go down. Their BP will go up. Their PCV will go down. Those are the things you see when somebody has kidney impairment. And then they can have puffy face, swollen, legs, and what have you. But when you begin to incorporate chia seeds, CHIA, chia seeds, into your diet, it begins to help to reduce, to flush out the creatinine level. Your creatinine level begins to drop. And one way to incorporate chia seeds into your diet is to blend it in your dry blender, 2 tablespoonfuls per day, and mix it into your smoothie and drink once a day. Another way is to include chia seeds in your soaked oats. This is how I take my soaked oats. I take a glass bottle, a glass jar with a wide mouth that a spoon can go into, such as a jam bottle or specially made glass jars for that purpose. Then I fill it halfway with coconut milk or almond milk or tiger nut milk, okay, or hazelnut milk, right, nut milk. And then I put like 4 tablespoonfuls or 5 tablespoonfuls or 6 tablespoonfuls, depending on the size of the jar, or half a glass of oats, different types of oats, steel-cut oats, or any type of oats that you have available. You just put oats, 4 tablespoonfuls to half a glass of oats. Pour it into the tiger nut milk or coconut milk or almond milk or hazelnut milk or hemp seed milk, all right? You pour the oats into it, and then I add a few raisins, dried grapes, raisins into it. I grate 1 carrot and add it to it, and then I add 2 tablespoonfuls of chia seeds to it. And then if you want to sweeten it, you can add a little stevia. For me, sometimes I add honey, or I add grade A maple syrup as a sweetener. I put everything in that glass jar. I close the glass jar, and I shake it vigorously together to mix. Then I keep that in my refrigerator for 48 to 72 hours. Every day I go into the fridge once or twice a day. I take it and shake it again, put it back in the fridge. It's called soaked oats. Now, after 48 hours, 2 days, or 72 hours, 3 days, you bring it out, shake it well, and just pour it into your bowl. It's ready to eat. You don't have to cook it. It's raw oats, and it will be as tender and soft as if you had cooked it. So you are eating hemp seed. You can even grind some flax seed and also add to it. You have hemp seed, you have flax seed, you have chia seeds, you have a grated carrot, you have some raisins, you have a sweetener, maybe stevia or honey or grade A maple syrup, and you have oats in a nut milk base. And then you can eat that for breakfast or for lunch or part of any meal for that matter. Now, for those of us in Nigeria, if I want to eat that soaked oats, sometimes I eat it with moi moi. You may not know what moi moi is if you are in North America or Europe or other parts of the world, but Nigerians know what moi moi is. It's made from beans, okay? You soak your beans, dry beans, and then you peel it, then you blend it. You can blend some onions and pepper and tomato into it, and that's it. Some people will add either palm oil or olive oil or whatever oil to it, just a little bit, and then they wrap it in special leaves called moi moi leaves, and then you steam it until it cooks and solidifies. It comes out like, how do I describe it now? It's as if you are eating a piece of whatever, pudding or cake or something like that. All right, so that's what it's called, moi moi. We eat it a lot in Nigeria. It's a bean product. All right, and you can use that to accompany your soaked oats that has hemp seed inside, flax seed inside, and particularly chia seed, which I said is very good in reducing creatinine level in the blood for those who have kidney impairment. And even if you don't have kidney impairment, it's a good way to remove waste products from your system. Then it also contains some lignan as well. I mentioned lignan when I was talking about flaxseed the other day. I also mentioned omega-3 oil is also present in chia seed. Fiber is also present in chia seeds. So when you eat the combination of flaxseed, hemp seed, chia seeds, oh wow, that's a triple winner there. And seeds are very essential to our nutrition and our health. And the seed-based products I mentioned earlier are also there for those who just want an easy way to incorporate raw seed in particular into their diet. You can get Rain Soul or Rain Soul Red or Rain Bend or Rain Core. All of them are seed-based products formulated into drinks in small sachet. You just open them, squeeze them into your mouth directly. Yummy, tasty, healthy, health-supporting. Glory to God. God has blessed our planet with all kinds of wonderful things to support our stay on the planet in a very healthy mode. Once again, I want to appreciate your time with me. It's been a wonderful evening, I believe. When we come back next week, same platform, same time, we will talk about nuts. We will start talking about nuts. We've talked about some vegetables. We've talked about some seeds. Of course, there are many other seeds out there I didn't talk about. I just selected those three as representative. Now we will start talking about some nuts as well, and then we keep progressing into different categories, from vegetables to seeds to nuts to fruits to herbs and so on and so forth. Do have a wonderful week ahead, a very productive week, a very fruitful week, a very testimony-filled week. And next week, see you again by the special grace of God. God bless you. I love you and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
In a world swelling with chaos, where the ground seems to shift beneath our feet, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. But amidst the turmoil, there's a beacon of strength, a path to a brighter tomorrow. This year, the 5F Conference is back, bigger and better. Join us from Friday, October 4 to Sunday, October 6 for 3 days of transformative power. Experience inspiring sessions with renowned speakers like Reverend Tony Akinyemi, Reverend Hakeem Ogunira, Sawole Abayomi, and Reverend Bayo Asolo. Don't miss out on this life-changing event. Register now at 5fconference.tsfchurch.com and be part of something extraordinary.